师傅好，同学好。
Yesterday or the day before, I received one email talking about the shivers, like I call it, we call it energy movement. I don't know. I didn't reply this person's email, not yet. I didn't check into the details, but I think it's like when you conduct sitting meditation, sometimes you feel that your body start to kind of shiver, like move, right? Is this a situation? Right. But you didn't do it purposely, and you even feel that you cannot control it. That you cannot ask your body, don't move, right? You feel that you didn't do it intentionally. It's not you. Sometimes you even feel so. Right? And this is different from our movement with our intention. Like sometimes we feel that we are sitting leaning to one side, we want to move back, right? Sometimes we know we are trying to avoid pain, like your hip joint or your lower back, and we'll lean to, another side, or kind of move a little bit like this and that, trying to, even you look like a kind of a shiver, but no, it's like you can control your movement. And sometimes people say, no, I didn't do it purposely, but I can tell if I was there, sorry. It's like you were trying to avoid the pain, the tension of your muscle, and the tension on your hip and your joints. This is another kind. But what we are talking about is like some kind of movements that you didn't plan to do so. You didn't do it intentionally, and you feel that you cannot control it. Sometimes when you want to control it, the situation gets worse. For example, it starts to shake around. Sometimes it's like, because I had a lot of this kind of experience, right? You kind of like a up and down, like shaking like this. Sometimes like this, right? Side to side. Sometimes like this, circling. Yeah, a lot, right? In Chinese, we call it 气动, energy movement, or air movement. The first Chinese character is qi, right? But now people know qi is a qi gong, right? Qi gong, qi, right? Or you could call it air, or you could use energy, right? And dong, qi dong. The second character is a movement, right? Movement, like an activity, movement. So two things together, qi dong, like energy movement. So why do we have this kind of energy movement? It's like when we, in most cases, are like this. Like when we try to focus on one thing, right? And we use our brain, right? When we sit on a cushion, we use our brain, right? To hold ourselves sitting there, right? Yeah, because we say that when we sit, our sitting posture is a yoga posture, right? And we hold ourselves so still with this yoga posture, right? Because the purpose of this yoga posture is to reduce all your activities to minimum, mentally, physically, right? And when you sit correctly, actually it's so difficult to move. You need to use your hands to help your legs, right? If you sit like a half lotus or full lotus, then you cannot just stretch your legs like this, right? You need to use your hands to help your legs, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That posture, that pose is like holding yourself still, right? Physically. Yeah. And then we start to train our mind, right? Like focus on our meditation method. Yes.
Yes.
We hold our mind and then our body, concentrate on one thing, and we hope to do it on one thing only, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So and I always say that when we are training our mind will train our body, right? Because we always say like this, right? Yeah. So you don't need to do some strange movement and then you open your hip joint and then you can sit. We say no, you don't do that. We are not a gym center. Right? We are a Zen center, right? Yes. Okay. So now think. when we try to concentrate ourselves, and we don't know really how to do it, right? So that, remember when in the beginning, when we start to ask ourselves, what is no self? What is no self? And we need to yell so loud, right? Our voice is a kind of physical activity, right? We need to hold ourselves so to yell to ourselves so loud. What is no self? At this, we need to listen to our voice, right? And then we can hold ourselves together, right? Focus on the doubting question. Yes?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And when you are doing so, you feel that your body even shaking, right? Because you don't know how to concentrate. So you use all your strength, right? So you even feel you're so kind of intense, right? Sometimes people even say they feel so stiff, right? Yeah, and then it cause a lot of pain, right? Yes, ache, right? Right. So when we try to focus ourselves, and we don't know how to really put like most of our energy on one thing, and then we will use all our strength to do so. So your body feels that intense, and then gradually you can focus, right? But you will put more and more energy on strength, on your concentration, but your body still don't know how to do it, and so they create a lot of activities physically, right? And that strength means your energy, right? And that bring up all your energy together, and it's a qi, right? In Chinese we call it qi, right?
Mhm.
So the qi 乱窜, like your energy, right, run around in this field.
Okay.
Yes. Get my point? That's for real.
Yes.
It's so fun and funny, right? But it's real, right? And then what do you do? Right? If you go to the Qigong school, right? Yeah, people teach Qigong, right? Energy. And then they'll teach you how to lead your energy, right? To heal your body. Yeah. You in Taiwan, you guys know this, right?
Yes.
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 And not even just in Asia, because nowadays here you say, oh, you have a good energy, right? Bring your good, positive energy come out to your body or something like that. Imagine that the good message is starting from here and to here and to here, right? Yes, things like that. Yeah. So see that we don't know how to concentrate, and we start to have like a little bit of experience, like to concentrate ourselves. So for some people, all the energy here, all the strength will run around your body, or there's kind of activity, right? To kind of inspire all your energy coming together. And before they really come together, they kind of run around and start having that kind of shaking, that unintentionally, but it starts to work in your body, right? Sometimes it's just a little bit up and down. You can feel it like this. Sometimes like a side to side. Sometimes a circulation, and sometimes it's like this, and then that, and then come together. But you didn't do anything to physically, to intentionally, to create this kind of movement. You are not trying to avoid your pain. It is not caused by pain, right? It is not caused by pain. However, you have that kind of situation. So what do you do then? That's scary, right? It's not scary at all, because my teacher told me that one of his fellow practitioners has great energy movement, that this person can jump from his cushion like a three feet tall. I cannot imagine. It's just a jump up and jump down and falling down. Didn't hurt himself at all. Can you imagine that? I didn't see that in my Zen hall, in my teacher's Zen hall, but my teacher told us like he had a fellow practitioner doing like this. The other one is it's like when that person walking, right, suddenly he will fall over and then jump back. You cannot imagine. Sometimes I feel like we need to make movie for this. And for myself, my experiences, before I know what that is, I can feel what's going on with me, right? It's just shocking and shocking. This is one that I still remember in that retreat. Like, it's just started. I didn't do it, anything at all. But anyway, like, it's at the end of session, so I stand up, and then the next section, it's like it come back sooner and sooner. This is for example, if the first session is in the end, like the last 10 minutes of, right? And the second session is like half the session. And the third session is just I sit down on my cushion, I start to feel it. And this is a trouble, but it's not really a trouble, because that feel not bad, actually good. You feel you're doing something. You feel, because this is it's extraordinary experience. And when we start to do, in the beginning stage, when we trying to do that meditation, we are expecting this kind of extraordinary physical sensation, aren't we?
Mm.
Yes, we feel that we are doing something. We get progress, right? We have that kind of wrong idea about this, but this is a good thing. We can feel things, right? We want to feel things to know that we are on the track, whether it's right or wrong, but we think that we are doing things, right? So then people notice me. Oh no, I think that I raise my hand and say, I need help, something like that. And people start to tell me to let go of my hands, right? Because we hold our hand like this, right? So they put, like, depart, our hand join and depart, right? And to help me to straighten my legs. They think that if I didn't hold things together, maybe the energy moving, the energy will dissolve or something like that. But it doesn't work at all. No matter what kind of a posture I tap, it's just there. Even when I stand up, I can feel my body is shaking. Even when I was walking, still shaking. Can you imagine that? That is my experience. Right. And actually, I, again, really enjoy it. Because when you start to have this kind of energy movement, you don't feel pain. The pain won't be an issue. I can sit there in that session, shaking. Yeah. And I didn't really, this is a ridiculous, but things are like this. Like, I think this is wrong. I want it to stop. But on the other hand, I didn't want it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's it. So what do we do then? You can try to relax yourself, let go of it. But my experience is it doesn't work on me. It doesn't work on me. For some people, yes, right? They can kind of stand up or stretch their legs, right? Change their pose, right? Just sit, relax, and things are gone. But then people have that kind of fear to sit back on the cushion. Some people even think this is an evil thing, like evil spirit came into it. No, it's not about that. No.
Okay.
Right. So what do I do? What I did is like, anyway, it's just shocking, right? No matter what you do, right? My experience is like that. So just, okay, let's do this. So trying to focus on my question instead of my meditation method, instead of my physical activities. Because at that time, you will put all your concentration on your physical activities because it's amazing, right? Good or bad, it's just amazing, right? Because in your daily life, we don't have this kind of experience. So that's why we call it extraordinary, right? You're so, it's so, yeah. Sometimes before you knew it, you are looking for this.
Yep.
Yeah. So even we say it's we didn't do it purposely. In the beginning, we don't know. So it just happened. Then after you have some of this kind of experience, you would kind of repeat this pattern. I even know when this would happen. It's about time to move, to have this kind of energy movement. That's it. And so even this doesn't happen to you, the energy movement, but maybe you will see people have this kind of energy movement in the Zen hall, right? Yeah, and you get scared. Oh, what happened to this person? Nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing. Just like your strength, right? Your strength means your energy, right? Running around your body. And you don't know how to really focus all your energy on your meditation method or on the thing you are doing. That's it. Right? And some people have a severe situation like jumping up and falling down, but they don't hurt themselves, right? And somebody just kind of shaking, right, side to side or something, and somebody even have that kind of energy movement while they are walking. That's it. So you don't need to be scared by this kind of situation, right? Yeah. And the other thing is, does it mean that that person level is higher than people who don't move? You advance yourself to next level? Not yet. Not yet. Remember, this is like when you start to focus and your entire person is not familiar with this kind of concentration, and at that point, it's easily to cause this kind of energy movement. Right? It doesn't mean you have a higher level. It doesn't mean if you don't go past this process, you don't advance your Zen meditation. No, your concentration. No, because everybody have a different situation. Right? It was just like
Yes.
one of them that have this kind of energy movement thing. That's it. Okay. Remember, build up your regular sitting habit. Sit twice a week or at least once a week, right? Starting at a fixed time. Sit 1 more minute every week, and email your Zen diary to school@nonzencenter.org. And that's for today's class. See you next time. 谢谢师傅，谢谢同学。